What's good, everybody? This is Generation 71 coming to you with part 4. So part 4, after you power up the lantern, you have to put it in this spot here, and this is what will come up. So this is the part of the Easter egg where you have to do a little bit of research and figuring out what this is, and after putting in your time, you'll realize that it's a cipher, more particularly a tic-tac-toe cipher. So let me go ahead and just get a little bit more into detail with that. So this tic-tac-toe cipher is technically a pigpen cipher, and it also can be referred to as a Masonic cipher, Freemason cipher, whatever. But essentially what this is this was just a form of communication, and just to make sure nobody got a little curious and saying, hey, I don't want you reading this message, I want you to go ahead and make sure it's encrypted. So with the picture that you see on the screen here, I know it's not the best, but it's the best one I could find at the time, is it's set up into 9 quadrants: A, B, C, first quadrant, D, E, F, second quadrant, so on and so forth. So you actually have to use this to decipher what's going on with this message, and with this message, it'll actually give you what to do for, I guess, the next part of the Easter egg, which is hitting certain sides in the caverns, according to this. So first, second, third. With this particular message that we got, it was, I can't remember off the top of my head, but it's dry, bone, and ground. I know those are the first letters on there. And so with that, you have to hit those in order. So let's go ahead and, see how that plays out. Before you do this, however, you want to make sure to get this time bomb from the box. It's a new equipment in this particular map, mainly just for the Easter egg. The time bomb, what it essentially does is when you put it down, the very second you put it down, that's exactly when it's going to take place. So if you put this down here, that moment you put it down, you can, reverse that time. With this next part, what you're going to see is we're going to go ahead and hit these signs in a certain order. With the certain order, a light bulb is going to appear, kind of like just a big orb, and that's the first one, dry, gulch, shut, or something like that. Anyways, yeah, a light orb is gonna appear, and it's gonna make its way through the map, and it's gonna end up at the noose. However, once you do that the first time, Maxis will say, I didn't foresee this, we need more time. This is where a lot of people got stuck at. You have to put that down before you do this part of the Easter egg, because then if you try to do it after, you're not going to be able to do it, because these signs, once you hit them, they will stay lit up. There's nothing more you can do about it. So there's a second one, dry orchard something. Or that wasn't dry, that was actually ground. Well, I don't know, you can see it better than I can. Mine's in like a preview format. But once you hit it, this light, shiny light, bulb light appears. How to keep this light going is you need to make sure it feeds off zombies. A lot of people say that, yeah, if you run at 3 particular points, so if you run in front of the jail cell right here, and if you run in front of, or in the farm, and then one more in front of the saloon, it'll work. We found it better to just play it as a normal round. So if you see a zombie, kill him, no big deal. Maybe keep a couple alive around those particular spots, but just play it as a normal round, because there is a section in the barn where and it's going to come up right here, where you're going to have to go through a very, very long tunnel. And if you don't have any spawning in there, it's going to be pretty hard to actually get all the way through. And here the first time, I'm not going to make it all the way through. You'll see, and then it'll show here. But yeah, you want to make sure to get the time bomb and place it before you do the wisp part, because if not, then it's not going to work. You're going to have to probably restart all over again. So don't want you to have to go through that headache, because I had to go through that a couple of times with my team. So that's always fun. And then here, this is just showing... Whoa. This is just showing, again, how it looks. This pathway will always be the same for Maxis. It'll never change. Everything's fine. Everything's good. And then once it actually gets here, bam, it'll work. And that's when Maxis will say, hey, I didn't foresee this. We need to do it again, or need more time. For some reason, Theater is not letting me actually, place Maxis's voice in the video. I'm not sure why. But here, if you just pulled out the equipment and press RT for the Xbox, so there's the shoot button, then it'll, reverse here. And then here is just showing you that, even though you do it a second time, it's still taking the same path. Nothing is changing. Everything's fine. So yeah, I am a little ahead of it, but yeah. At this point, once you get it to the noose, Maxis will say, we still need more power. We need something to keep going. And that's where the next step comes in, and it's actually a little confusing, because it's not what you expect. And a lot of people were actually getting lost in this part as well. So, yeah, as I finish up here, guys, again, I just want to thank you for tuning in. We're almost done. We just got actually technically 2 more steps. I may merge the last one into one big video, just because, hey, I love you guys. You guys are awesome. But we'll see. And again, here we barely made it just because there were actually some zombies following us in the barn. So because of that, then this made this a little bit simpler. And we still have some right in front of the saloon here. But alright guys, while I finish this up, I think I'm going to cut it here for now. So thank you again for tuning in. I swear we're almost done, and then you guys can all have the Maxis Easter egg done for you. And then I'm sure by the time I'm done this, somebody will do the Richtophens. But yeah, until next time guys, this has been Generation 71, and I'll catch you guys later.